My name is N4M4W45, but you can call me David. First off, thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad that you're taking the time to watch this. This is my first vlog, so you have to bear with me as I figure out what I'm doing. I'm going to follow a few rules that will help me decide what I want to be doing. Rule number 1, for these vlogs I should stick to a certain topic. You'll see that topic soon. Rule number 2, all my videos will be within 5 minutes. Rule number 3, there will be no cussing or perverted jokes. So if you like that kind of thing, I advise you leave now. Alright, now that we've got those rules settled, I'm going to try to time travel. Yes, you heard me, time travel. Here on this show, anything is possible. Alright, so you ready? 3, 2, 1... Did it work? Yes, it did. Although it may not look like it worked to you, it did for me. See, look! There's the past! Yeah, I know I cheated, but time travel isn't really possible. Yet. What I did is called movie magic. Speaking of time, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Yes, that's right, we're talking about time. Specifically, the way time can annoy you. There are 2 ways time can annoy you. There's when time is rushing you to get everything done, and then when time is forcing you to wait. Oh, come on, don't tell me you have problems waiting. Come on, hurry up! See what I mean? So those are the 2 ways that time can be annoying. Here's an example of both of them. For this example, I'm going to assume that you're a high school or college student. If you're not, just bear with me and imagine that you are again. Or will be. You have a test coming up next week. Very important test. Let's say this test takes up half your grade. Now you happen to be a lazy person. So instead of using that week to study, you go off and play Zelda or Call of Duty or Halo or whatever it is you play. What? You don't play video games? You should. So anyway, almost the entire week has passed, and the test is tomorrow. Once you realize this at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you spend the rest of your evening studying. This is the perfect example of being rushed. You don't have a lot of time before tomorrow, and you have a lot of studying, an entire week's worth of studying to be doing. You wake up at 6 o'clock the next morning, and then you go to school. This is when you remember that your test isn't until the end of the day. So you sit in class hour after hour worrying if you're going to pass the test or not. This is the second example of time. Waiting. Eventually, you finally take the test. And depending on how well you studied and how lucky you are, you may or may not actually pass. I'm not going to tell you the ending. This may or may not have been a true story. So this is an example how time can seemingly be against us. My thoughts on time are this. Time is not your enemy. It's the student's choice not to study the afternoon before the test. Again, it was his choice to be waiting and waiting and waiting, other than filling up his time by paying attention to the actual classes that he was in. Time is not being our enemy. Time is just doing its job. We make it our enemy because we don't want to blame anyone but ourselves. So we shouldn't be making it our enemy. We should be letting time be our friend. So my advice to you on time is this. Don't waste it. I happen to be a lot like this boy in being extremely lazy. And it's gotten me into a lot of trouble lately. So my advice is something that I will probably never do, but here it is. Be sure to plan your time effectively. Make sure that you know what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. But I also want to tell you this. Don't be too busy. Time is there to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but it's also there to let you take some time off. There are 2 parts of time, when you're supposed to be busy and when you're supposed to be relaxing. So be sure to fit some time into your day to just relax. So what'd you think? Like I said, this is my first vlog, so it's going to take me a while to figure out what I'm actually doing. But I hope that you can keep watching because I'm sure I'll get better soon. So if you liked it, click the like button below. If you didn't like it, click the button right beside it. If this happens to be one of your favorite videos, put it under your favorites. That'd be cool. But I also really want to know what you thought of it, so be sure to leave a comment. Alright, that's it. I guess we'll see you guys next week. My name is N4M4W45. Peace in Christ and imagine on. Swivel chair.